Sir Harry Flashman, V.C., the celebrated Victorian soldier, poltroon and scoundrel, first attracted public notice and general disgust in 1857 as the cowardly bully of the best-selling novel Tom Brown's Schooldays. How he succeeded in living down that unsavoury reputation and achieving fame and distinction in an adventurous adult life as secretly disgraceful as it was publicly honourable, he described in his notorious memoirs, The Flashman Papers, which came to light in 1966, half a century after his death. They make deplorable reading, yet the papers give a remarkable insight into events and characters of the 19th century. Flashman was present, albeit unwillingly, at Balaclava, Gettysburg, the Kabul Retreat, Isandlwana, and Little Bighorn. His acquaintances included Queen Victoria, Wild Bill Hickok, the Empress of China, Bernard Shaw, Florence Nightingale, Chief Crazy Horse, a vast array of soldiers, statesmen, savages, rascals, and eccentrics, and countless beauties of every kind, class, and colour. It was a shocking life of high adventure and low behaviour, a catalogue of undeserved triumph and well-merited misfortune, erratic, dangerous, and irregular. And yet there was a time, quite early in his career, when Flashman seriously considered the mundane pursuit of politics. Nothing came of it, so we can only speculate whether he would have come to be regarded in our own day as the obvious model for modern parliamentarians. But his political aspirations, though fleeting, had a profound effect on his future, for they led him to play pontoon with Disraeli, and that in turn resulted in his first American adventure, which almost involved Congressman Abraham Lincoln in a capital crime, to say nothing of a public brawl. But perhaps it would be best to allow Flashman to tell the story himself, in his usual shameless fashion.
You may not remember 1848, when revolutions broke out all over the continent, and I came home across the Channel one jump ahead of half the monarchs and statesmen of Europe who'd lost their jobs and decided, like me, that old England was the safest place. So it proved, although for a moment it looked as though we might have a revolution of our own, which would have sold the fleeing rulers properly and serve them right. Mind you, I thought it was all gammon myself. I'd just seen a near rebellion in Germany where that lovely designing trollop, Lola Montez, and her ghastly associate Otto Bismarck had got me involved in the Schleswig-Holstein question, whatever that was. Don't ask me, because all I got out of it was 2 nasty sabre cuts, a royal honeymoon, and a couple of weeks as prince consort of a tin-pot duchy. Now, that's another story. The point was it had ended with mobs chanting and rioting and looting in the streets of Munich. Well, I couldn't see that happening in St. James's, but others could. The Chartists were marching, threatening anarchy, and even our national leaders were enlisting as special constables. I saw that old fool Gladstone holding a truncheon like a bunch of lilies and looking like an unemployed undertaker. And I couldn't help thinking, Flashy, if that's one of the stars of Westminster, you ought to be in Parliament yourself. I was well qualified. I could lie and deceive and betray and toady and turn tail with the best of them. I'd won military fame by hiding behind better men and scrambling to glory over their corpses. What more could you ask for in an MP? But I didn't think seriously about it until my skinflint father-in-law, the detestable old moneybags Morrison, decided it would be useful to have his tame creature looking after its business interests in the House of Commons.
Me? In Parliament? Who'd vote for me?
Anybody. A puggy frae the zoological gardens could be elected in this country if it was managed right.
Buttering me up, you see.
But I know nothing about politics and care less.
Then you're the very man. You'll find plenty like you at Westminster.
Why don't you stand yourself?
Because I'm no Harry Flashman, the hero of Afghanistan. Oh, you're right, telling us what a favourite you are with the public. Well, you can work your charms on some of our leading statesmen and see what they make of you.
Well, I'm no Tory, and I never bet a wig yet without feeling the need of a bath. But if the old scoundrel could buy me a seat, it would mean a quiet life to devote to carnal amusement. So I let him drag me to a country house party to meet Lord George Bentinck, a great sportsman and gambler who was leader of the Tory opposition to the Whig government.
Ah, Morrison.
Good day to you, Lord George.
He was all right, but he had in tow that cocky little popinjay Disraeli, whom I couldn't stomach with his greasy lovelock and fancy waistcoat and smart, affected chat.
Don't decry the government's extravagance. They understand that the great strength of the British Constitution lies in the money it costs us. Make government cheap, and you make it contemptible. Ah, Mr. Morrison, so this stalwart gentleman is your protégé, is he? Well, well. And what is your opinion of the present state of affairs, sir?
And the oily little show-off looked me up and down, hoping I'd make a fool of myself. So I told him.
Well, it was bad news for your lot, the Jewish Disabilities Bill being thrown out, what? And Shylock running second in the Derby. Sore hearts in Whitechapel, eh?
In the name of God.
Remarkable. And you aspire to a political career, Captain Flashman?
That's me ticket.
Truly remarkable. I shall watch your career with bated breath.
Sarcastic jackanapes. But having done my political duty, I could take stock of the females in the party, and was making headway with a saucy little blonde piece.
I hope you're as bold a gambler as you are soldier, Captain, for Lord George is to make a bank at 21 after dinner, and you must show me how to make my bets. I am such a little goose.
But such a lovely little goose, Miss Fanny, that you're sure to be unlucky at cards.
Oh, you wicked man! Did you hear that, Millicent?
Hello, Flashy. Still hunting, I see. And you a married man.
I hadn't seen him in years. Bryant, who'd been my toady in Cardigan's Hussars, and had once used his sleight of hand skill to ensure that my opponent in a duel stood up with an unloaded pistol.
For which I'm still waiting to be paid, remember? 10,000 you promised.
You didn't think I was serious, did you? Tell you what, if you're short of cash, why don't you go back to pimping?
Damn you, Flashman. I'll bring you down yet.
Not to your level, I hope.
I should have remembered that even as slimy a snake as Bryant has fangs. But I was careless, devoting myself to flirtatious Fanny, who was all giggling eagerness when the company assembled for cards after dinner. Bentinck presided amid much merriment, dealing the cards like a riverboat dude.
Oh, come along, do, Captain Harry. Lord George is ever such fun.
I'll have you playing deep, Miss Fanny. Green counters a farthing, blue a halfpenny, and yellow, you must take care, are a penny. Are you ready, ladies? Then one for all, and all for the lucky winner.
Silly, harmless stuff, all good nature and jollity, with Disraeli played the great man, stooping to popular amusement. Even old Morrison looking less sour than usual, and Mistress Fanny buying cards like a St. James's shark.
Another card, Lord George. And another. Oh, 17. I must have another. Oh, no! A great horrid king! How shocking!
What did I tell you, Fanny? Never buy beyond 16.
Oh, I don't care. Let's try again. It's the greatest fun.
Pay 5 cards and Vantier. Yeah, no, Master Jeremy. I will not take your IOU for twopence. Place your bets.
If you've ever played Vantier, you know it's a game of pure luck. And Miss Fanny soon began to turn. She had 5 card hands, 21s, and the aces and court cards kept coming until we'd amassed a splendid heap of counters.
Oh, Harry, we win again! Pay up, Lord George, if you please.
Across the table, Bryant was advising an ancient countess who was losing steadily. And when the bank passed to Fanny, he made a great show of coming round and pushing past me to touch her hand for luck.
Let's see if it'll rub off on my partner, what?
Oh!
Sorry, Flashy, clumsy of me. Why, Miss Fanny, you ain't letting him deal for you. Why, he was quite the worst card player in the whole Light Brigade. We'll fleece him now, Countess.
No, you shan't either. Deal, Harry.
And they didn't. With Bryant egging her on, the Countess began plunging wildly, betting on hopeless hands. And Fanny's bank piled up so much at the old girl's expense, it was downright embarrassing.
Oh, Countess, not again! Oh, what bad luck.
Bad luck indeed. Never mind, Countess, we'll get him next time. Let's buy for a shilling.
Oh. You're playing double or quits, Countess. Road to ruin.
The stake's too high for you.
At a shilling? Don't be silly.
Oh, that deal, why don't you?
He was up to something, but I couldn't tell what. So I dealt, and twice the Countess went down trying for a 5-card hand. And damned if she didn't try for a third one.
Content?
Vante here.
A third card, please. And a fourth. 17-0. Why not, Countess? Let's risk it. Fifth card, dealer.
Suddenly there was a silence around the table. It wasn't a friendly game any longer. Disraeli was frowning, Bentinck was looking puzzled, and then it dawned. Bryant wanted to lose. But why?
Fifth card, I say.
Oh, a queen! Oh, Countess, why did you? Oh, dear. Harry, we must let someone else have the bank. I feel ever so guilty.
Oh, yes, pass the bank. The killing's made, eh, Flashy?
What did you say?
What exactly do you mean, sir?
Oh, it's too bad. In a pleasant game for the ladies, this fellow... Oh, I beg your pardon, Lord George, but it's too much. Ask him to turn out his pockets.
My pockets?
I went to my pocket automatically.
What? Oh, my God, no!
And there they were, ace of diamonds, king of clubs, and a deuce. Where that evil little blackguard had planted them.
But I never...
Oh, Harry! You cheated!
Fellows are damn sharp.
My God, the shame of it, you wicked, deceitful young fellow.
It's a lie. I didn't, I swear. I appeal to you, Lord George. Would I cheat for a few coppers?
You know, George is damned unlikely.
How came the cards in his pocket, then?
That spiteful viper put them there to disgrace me. By God, Bryant, I'll settle you! Keep him off me!
He turned and ran,
You swine!
and I hurled myself after him in blind passion.
God!
The little reptile had ruined me before the finest in the land, and my one thought was to pound him to death. I caught him at the top of the stairs.
You foul vermin! Dishonour me, would you, you scum!
And smashed my fist into his face with such force that he went head foremost down the staircase and lay sprawled at the foot, horribly still.
My God. I believe he's dead.
You murderous villain, you'll hang for this.
He was wrong, thank God. In spite of a fractured skull, the little louse survived.
Tell Flashman I forgive him with my dying breath.
When I heard he'd said that, I knew the whining hypocrite was on the mend.
Certes, you're out of this easier than you deserve, you beast. This Brian Crater'll no press charges. I've seen to that with a few hundred. He's another officer and gentleman like yourself. Trash. I could buy the lot of you.
I'm most grateful, sir, believe me.
Hold your tongue! You'll have to leave England till the scandal dies down. So you'll pack your valise and take a room at the Admiral Inn at Poole and wait there till I arrange things. And if you don't, it'll be a felon's cell for you and beggary to follow. There's money.
I made no protest. He had me by the neck, and there's no sense in kicking against the prick. A phrase which fitted old Morrison like a glove. So I waited a whole week in the inn at Poole and gradually got my spirits back. At least I was free when I might have been going to the gallows, and whatever exile lay ahead couldn't last long, for no sensible men would take Bryant's word against mine. He was a notorious toad, while I was bluff, honest Harry to everyone who thought they knew me. So I beguiled the time with the chambermaid.
Oh, give over, you saucy thing. I'm a good girl, I am.
Which I'll swear she wasn't.
Leave off. There's someone at the door. Oh, my God.
Get out. Mr. Flashman. My name is John Charity Spring.
He was square-built, powerful, bearded, and businesslike, but ordinary enough till you looked into his eyes. Pale as water in a china dish, empty and cold as ice. and they looked at you with a blind stare that told you here was a terrible man.
We'll waste no time, if you please. I'm to take you on my ship as supercargo. You don't know what that means, and you don't need to. You'll do the duties I give you, am I clear?
I don't care for your tone, Mr. Spring.
Captain Spring! Now see here. I gather you half-killed someone. You're a short leap ahead of the law, and my owner, Mr. Morrison, says I'm to give you a passage overseas. Well, I don't give a damn. You can stay or run, do you see? But you won't waste my time. What do you know of the sea?
I sailed in Borneo waters with the White Raja Brook.
Do you know? You've been part pirate, then. You look it.
What?
Hold your tongue, sir. Doesn't matter to me. You're an army officer and were educated at Rugby. You have the classics.
Eh? Well, I've forgotten a good deal.
Hiatus maxime de flendus. Well?
Eh? Oh, I see. A great letting down, great...
Lord God Almighty, no wonder Dr. Arnold died young. Education thrown away on brute minds. It means a want greatly to be deplored. And I'll give you another text which you'll do well to remember. Mr. Flashman from Seneca. Gravis ire regum semper. The anger of kings is always severe. And that goes for captains, too. So pack your precious traps. We've a tide to catch.
Plainly, I was in the hands of some mad Oxford don, and presently seasick into the bargain, for his ship, a rakish black three-master, was well out in the channel. As we passed beneath her stern, I saw her name, Balliol College.
You were at Balliol, Captain?
No, I am an Oriel man myself.
Then why is your ship called Balliol College?
Because I hate the bloody place. My father and brothers were Balliol men. And I was thrown out of Oriel by scoundrels jealous of my scholarship. Does that answer you, Mr. Flashman?
Well, it didn't. But at that moment, my belly revolted again, and I was carried aboard half dead to a berth where I lay for 3 miserable days, at the end of which my genial captain came to ask after my health.
Come out of that, you skulking soldier. You've lain idle long enough. You'll do your duty, which is to take stock of cargo. Show a leg and come with me.
He led me down to a main deck unlike any I'd ever seen. A huge, long room with deep shelves either side, and lighted by gratings in the deck above us. It was scrubbed clean, but there was a strange, heavy smell.
What kind of cargo is to be stowed on these shelves? What's this? Chains. My God! You're a slave ship!
Good for you. What then? You ain't an abolitionist, surely.
Stop the ship! Turn the bloody thing round and set me ashore! Slaving's piracy, a hanging offence! Out of my way!
Get up, you fool. See here. I didn't want you, but I've got you. And you're mine for this voyage. Africa, Middle Passage, Americas and all. Jacta alia est, Huh? Oh. The die is cast, damn your ignorance.
You're kidnapping me. Put me ashore. I beg you.
Stow your gab. And cheer up. I'll not have sulks. This is a happy ship, do you hear?
All hands lay aft to witness punishment!
Now then, I want of the crew to flog for uncleanliness, and afterwards you'll present yourself at my cabin. Mrs. Spring will be serving tea.
Mrs. Spring?
My wife. Who the devil else should Mrs. Spring be? You don't think I'd ship my mother aboard a slaver, do you?
So there I was, one of the crew of a pirate ship, where cleanliness was enforced with a cat-o'-nine tails.
No, Captain, don't hit us!
I'll make you dance, you Port Mahone baboon!
And presently taking afternoon tea from a mild, middle-aged woman who poured and handed cups to the ship's officers. And Spring, his cuff still bloody from the man he had flogged, stirred his tea and gassed about Pliny and Horace.
Writers of whom Mr. Comber here knows as little as you do, Mr. Flashman. There seems to be nothing to choose between the ignorance of Rugby and Winchester College.
Combo was the third mate, but while the other officers were veteran hard cases, he was young and genteel with public school written all over him. The last man you'd expect on a slaver, an odd bird, But then who aboard the Balliol College was not? I'm a mad skipper who ruled his crew of brutes and dock rats with his fists, blaspheming and quoting Virgil, his equally demented wife knitting and playing the melodeon for the divine service, which Spring held every Sunday. Oh, it was a man's life at sea when Uncle Harry was a lad, I can tell you. But, crazy or not, Spring knew his business. With more nations joining Britain in the fight against the slavers and our navy and the Yankees blockading the sea lanes, it had become a damn risky trade. But he had a gift for avoiding patrol ships, and we ran south week after week without incident into the warm latitudes and heavy, rotten airs of West Africa.
Bring her on, Mr. Sullivan.
Let her go!
And we came to anchor at last off a steamy jungle river where Spring had arranged to collect his human cargo from this strange, new, terrible world.
You there, Pedro Blanco.
Hello, come on! Got plenty fine negroes. You bet.
I want Yoruba, Fulani, Mandingo. 600, savvy? Young bucks and wenches, do you hear? Sound stock. No old or sick, mind. And I want to see King Gezo make trade palaver.
Gezo leave for up river. You see him tomorrow, plenty sure.
Gezo was the savage who ruled that part of the coast and supplied Spring with his cargo. For the fact was that without the blacks themselves, we wouldn't have been able to lift a single slave out of Africa. The notion of white pirates kidnapping helpless natives is all my eye. We couldn't have stayed there 5 minutes if the tribes hadn't been all for it, and traded their captured enemies and their own folk too for guns and booze and brummagem rubbish. Why our pious abolitionists won't believe this, I can't fathom. They're ready to enslave their own kind in mills and factories and mines where white infants pull coal sledges 12 hours a day. So why should they think black rulers are any kinder to their kinsfolk? Pah! Humbug.
Mr. Sullivan, you'll prepare to ship 600 blacks. 15 inches of deck space for each buck, 12 for each wench, and pack 'em separate. Well, Mr. Comber, what now?
Pardon, Captain, but if we crowd them into 15 inches, some of them will die. They're human beings.
The slaves, Mr. Comber. And they won't die because, like you and Mr. Flashman, they haven't read Seneca. So they don't know that qui mori didicit severi de didicit. He who has learned to die has learned how not to be a slave.
But, sir, just another inch for the women.
When I want your advice, Mr. Comber, I'll seek it. I suppose you'd give them 2 feet apiece. Or fill the bloody ship with pygmies.
I don't like unnecessary suffering.
Then by God, you shouldn't have shipped on a slaver. Do you know what your extra inch would mean? A $40,000 loss for our owners. Aye, it's dollars I'm saving, Mr. Comber, not souls. Heaven help me, I don't know why you're in this business. You ought to be in the blasted Board of Trade. Get to work.
It's no easy matter packing 600 terrifying naked savages into a slave deck. Spring himself picked them out from the stockades. Our drunken Irish surgeons sang hymns as he examined them. The crew herded them, wailing piteously up the gangway. And then they were thrust down into the hold, seized by waiting seamen, and forced into position on the shelves.
Come here, dammy!
Keep them moving there.
Hold still, you black priest!
That was the worst of it, for they howled and blubbered and wouldn't be still, and the hands had to knock 'em half senseless. My stomach don't turn easy, but when I looked down through the hatch at those rows and rows of black bodies, naked and gleaming, packed like cigars in a box, with the heat and stench coming up like smoke, and the crying and whimpering blending into a miserable anthem I'll never forget. Well, I'm no abolitionist, but if it had been left to me, I'd have sent the whole boiling of them back to their lousy jungle.
Chains secured. Close the hatches. No, Mr. Comber. At $1,000 a head, black ivory is too valuable to die. Had your belly full, Mr. Flashman? You'll see something a sight uglier tomorrow.
He was right. For the next day, he and I and Comber and a dozen hands took the ship's boat upriver to the village of King Gezo, the black tyrant who had sold us our cargo. Mrs. Spring saw us off, calling to her abominable husband to make sure to wear his scarf, which put him in a fine rage, kicking the backside of the cabin boy, who was one of our party.
Yes. Yes, my dear. Goodbye. Give way. Put your backs into it, blast you.
The river was a brown, oily highway through a stifling green tunnel of jungle in which it was a labor to breathe the rank, heavy air.
Rock and roll, oh Shenandoah, sailor.
After a few miles, we were panting with exhaustion at the sweeps, and then we heard a distant sound that turned our sweat to ice.
Steer for the bank yonder, Mr. Combat. Handsomely now. Now, all ashore and follow me. Have your cutlasses and pistols ready. You stay with the boat, Curtis. The rest of you follow me and keep to the track. It's a swamp both sides, and if you stray in there, you won't come out. Ready? Forward!
Damn mosquitoes. Phew. It's like a steam bath.
Close up there.
The narrow track wound between dense green walls, leading to a great stockaded village, far bigger than I'd expected, with hundreds of savages surrounding a great open square, all silent, except for the infernal drumming. On the far side stood a sort of cottage built of round white stones.
Not stones, Mr. Flashman. Skulls. That's King Gezo's death house. I've seen hundreds of human sacrifices chopped up before it. Ah, here comes his disgusting majesty. Handsome chap, ain't he? Never mind him. Look at his bodyguards.
And by gad, I did look, as out from behind the death house came two files of strapping black figures, armed with spears and cleavers, clad only in turbans and little kilts, swaying voluptuously as they marched. For by gad, they were women. King Gezo, enthroned before the death house, must have weighed 20 stone, most of it belly, with a face that would have shamed a gorilla. But I could only gape at those magnificent ebony Junos.
Lord, you don't see chests like those in the cold streams.
Do you realize what we're seeing, Flashman? Amazons. The warrior women of whom Herodotus wrote. But not in Scythia. Here, in Africa. For years, this black Satan has refused to sell them. But we'll strike a bargain this time.
They've got both tits. I thought Amazons just had one.
Idiots! That's a fool's legend. These women are the reality. And they'll make my name as a scholar. We'll study them on the voyage home. Learn their language, history, customs. By the holy, I'll make those smug, half-educated, claret-swilling Oxford clowns sit up, won't I, though? Despise John Charity Spring, will they? I'll show 'em what real scholarship is, and when I've finished with those black tarts, they'll fetch a rare price in Orleans. Think what those debauchees will pay for fighting women. Where's that interpreter?
I've been in some odd spots with some damned odd fellas, but a slave trade in Oxford Don, babbling about anthropological research, was a new one. While he palavered with Gezo, the leading Amazon, a stately gargoyle with a figure like Venus, was making sheep's eyes at me. Black or white, savage or duchess, they're all alike.
Tell him I want those two. He knows the price. Telling me take it or leave it.
The interpreter jabbered away, and presently Gezo ordered two of the Amazons to join our party. They came reluctantly, and there were murmurs and ugly looks from the crowd, but Gezo shouted them down. Our men took hold of the unhappy pair, and we lost no time in making tracks through the river.
Lively now! They're turning ugly. Keep together and hold on to those two Amazons. Their sisters will be after us in a minute. We'd best reach the river ahead of them. Hurry, rot you!
We went hell for leather along the jungle track, dragging our wailing captives, and now there was a distant uproar from the village. The drums were thundering ever louder, and behind us there were shadowy figures in the green.
They're coming! Look, they're either side!
Keep going! Shoot if you have to! Run for it!
yonder. Jason wanted a white slave as his price for these two women.
My God, you can't leave him behind.
Oh, can't have a God. You just watch me, mister.
They're all around us.
They were on our heels as we reached the river, howling black she-devils. 2 of our men went down before their spears, and we tumbled into the boat, still firing, and Spring dragging one of his Amazons. That man's dedication to scholarship was incredible.
Damnation, she's getting away! Come back, you slut!
I made a leap for the boat and fell in the shallows. Comba dragged me up, and then an Amazon was on us. It was their leader. The wench who'd made eyes at me. And I'll swear she recognized me, for she swung her spear away from me and drove it into Comba's side. I flung myself aboard thinking, aye, bonny black cavalry whiskers, they can't resist them. Spring heaved Comba into the boat.
I've lost those blasted women! Damn them! Damn Jason! All these years, and I've lost them! Row for your lives, you idle farmers!
We'd lost 5 men. Oh, and the cabin boy. Oh, you can judge what kind of a crew we were from the fact that there wasn't a word of protest about him. I mean, no one had liked the little sneak anyway. So we set sail with 600 slaves, no Amazons, and Comba ready to kick the bucket.
'Tis all up with the poor lad. His bowels is mortified with the gangrene. He's asking for you, Flash, most particular.
Why me, I wondered. But I went to his berth, and sure enough he was done for, wasted and yellow, breathing like a bellows. He signed for me to shut the door.
Flashman, do you believe in God?
Eh? Oh, absolutely.
And if there is a God and a heaven, there must be a devil and a hell. A terrible flaming hell where the damned burn throughout eternity.
That's what comes of looking at the pictures in Bunyan's Holy War.
Well, I don't know. But if there is a hell, you can be sure it's for really prime sinners. I mean, slave trading ain't that much of a sin if that's what's worrying you.
No, not that. Mine is a deadly, carnal sin. In that village, I found myself lusting after those Amazon women. Oh, God, help me. Am I beyond redemption?
Good God, no, you don't go to hell for that. If you did, 'twould be a damn crowded place. See here, if I've nothing worse on my conscience than slavering over a black bum, I'll die happy, I can tell you.
Oh, you truly believe that? Oh, you are a good fellow, Flashman. Tell me, do you hate this abomination of slavery?
Well, now, I don't know, I suppose...
You must. You're a gentleman, a public schoolman. Oh. My belt. On the chest yonder. Cut the stitches open. Near the buckle. Papers inside.
Cut it here? Why, what's this? Admiralty orders to Lieutenant Beecham Comba, R.N. Good Lord, you're a naval officer.
Yes, secret agent, sailing on slave ships, getting evidence. In my chest there, copies of Spring's accounts, letters, enough to hang him.
What?
Get him to Admiralty, or American Navy. Oh, so cold. Mother, sing to me. Oh, Danny boy.
By gum, let's see this chest. Eureka! Letters from old Morrison guards me life.
Flashman, don't fail me. Don't let my work be in vain. Oh, I'm dying, Flashman.
Eh? What's that? Oh, goodbye, old chap. Well, written proof that my dear father-in-law is the owner of a slave ship. Oh, happy day! What the little villain'll pay to keep this quiet.
I lost no time while Comba was slipping his cable in sewing the incriminating papers and his Admiralty passport into the lining of my waistband and went up to report to Spring.
Gone at last, has he? I omne capax moet una nomen. Every name is shaken in the urn of death. Have the sailmaker sew him up. We'll bury him tomorrow.
Which we did, dropping him over the side with Spring flourishing his prayer book.
We commit his body to the deep.
While the assembled crew of cutthroats made a joyful noise to the Lord. And the Amen had barely died away when there was a hail from the masthead.
Ahoy the deck! White and sail astern! 20-gun sloop!
Hands to the braces! Foresail and main topsail, Mr. Sullivan. Look alive there.
Aye, sir. Tail up and heave! All the way there! Heave!
It was one of the Royal Navy's African patrol, so we had to run for it, with Spring bellowing defiance.
Burn your powder, you useless bumboatman! Ha! I can sail rings round you!
Which he did. And if I were old Bosun McCarty, I dare say I could describe how we jibed wi' our fettock gansel clued up to the bits and weathered her, d'ye see. We're all plain sailed to the bilges, burn me buttocks. As it was, I just hauled on the rope like everyone else, while Spring shouted his jargon and left the wheel to roar his contempt at our pursuers.
That's where the taxpayers' money goes! That's what's supposed to defend us from the French! A crew of All Souls dons could do better on a raft. Quo scalesti ruitis? Where are you rushing, fools? You ought to be on the beach!
So we ran west and then northwest, week after week, with nothing to break the monotony but the peculiar ritual of dancing the slaves every day. Once they'd got over their seasickness, they were brought up in batches and made to caper to music on the main deck. This was to keep them healthy, like the lime juice with which they were dosed regularly, and Spring had the slave decks hosed down night and morning. By the time we'd reached the warmth of the Caribbean, they'd got over their fears, and the moaning from the slave deck had taken on a menacing note. Their misery had given way to hatred, and I was damn glad when we dropped anchor at last at Rotan off the Honduras, which was the clearing-house of the slavers, and the whole gaggle of them were herded ashore to be sold.
Captain Spring! Welcome again to Roatan, senor! Hey, a fine cargo, eh? Prime stock!
The best, Mr. Gomez. Come aboard, sir. Mrs. Spring is serving tea.
Ah, gracias, señora. Esto es maravilloso, gracias.
Well, senor, 600 at $9 a pound. Say $800,000 for the lot. What do you say?
It's high price, but I pay. You do me favor. I got here two pretty little yellow girls for the New Orleans whorehouses. You take them as far as Havana, maybe?
Fancy trollops for American degenerates. Oh, very well. Mr. Flashman, put 'em below, but don't chain 'em.
Aye, aye, sir. Come along, young ladies.
Y'all hear that, Messalina? Ladies, he say. And ain't he got the cutest whiskers?
Messalina, how appropriate. And you, my dear, are...
As Drusilla, massa.
And keep your lecherous paws off 'em, dear.
The hardships of life at sea. Oh, well, Spring would sing a different tune once I'd got home with the evidence I had under my belt. Only 2 more months to England. I should have known better. Whenever I congratulate myself that all's well, some fearful fate trips me up. In this case, a dandy little American gunboat that caught us before we'd even sighted Cuba. She was too fast to run from, and Spring was forced to fight.
Mr. Sullivan, clear for action.
Aye, sir. Run out the guns there! Rifle down! Run the gun! Heave!
It's the signal to heave to, Captain.
The hell with them Yankee pipsqueaks. Fire as soon as they're in range.
In my experience, there's only one way to fight a ship. From as far below deck as you can get, on the side away from the enemy, and behind a stout bulkhead.
Don't be alarmed, me dears. I'll protect you. Let's find a nice cozy corner, shall we? There, sweetheart. Cuddle up. That's a good girl. Yes, both of you.
What the hell are you doing down there?
Preventing a slave mutiny.
You skulking rascal! Shift your damn backside up here!
Save me! Oh, save me, Mr. Whisker!
Of course I will, and you'll tell the nice American gentleman how I looked after you.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes.
retire. So good.
Come on, man! Drop your arms, you damn villains! Water! Get wounded! We surrender! Follow me, Coxswain. Down to the slave deck. What? Hurry, Nation! Get your hands up, you! Cover him, Coxswain.
Good afternoon to you. My name is Comber, Lieutenant, Royal Navy. I have my papers here, and will be happy to explain my presence aboard this vessel if you'll have the goodness to take me to your captain.
I'm the goddamn captain. Who the hell are these wenches?
Slaves, who would have been sold into a life of shame but for your timely arrival. I congratulate you, Captain. I'm an agent working against the slavers. It is essential that my identity be kept secret, you see. May I suggest you take me at once to an American port where I can report to your government? This is a matter of international urgency, I assure you.
Why, hold on.
And in the meantime, I know I can entrust these poor creatures to your care. Perhaps your coxswain would escort them. Oh, go along, me dears. The bearded gentleman will look after you. There, you need not thank me. Oh, you foolish child.
On the whole, I like Americans. They pretend to dislike us and try to assert their equality, but in fact they dearly love a lord, and you can impose on them quite easily. Not that I'm a lord, but I've got the style. Mind you, it was a rum country then, half slave, half free, with the Washington government controlled by northerners intent on destroying the slave trade, but having to tolerate slavery in the southern states to prevent secession and civil war, which happened eventually anyway. Idiots. Should have stayed in the British Empire. All that, by the way. As Lieutenant Comber, RN anti-slavery champion, I was warmly received by the Congressional Committee in Washington, to whom the U.S. Navy delivered me.
And are we to understand, Mr. Comber, that the evidence you have gathered implicates American citizens in the illegal slave trade?
Oh, absolutely, sir. Some of the highest names in the land, I assure you.
And you will place this evidence in our hands?
Eh? Well, now, I'm afraid I can't do that, you know? I'm bound to report direct to the Admiralty, who I'm sure will give you all the dirt. The information, that is. But I couldn't take the responsibility.
They didn't like it, but I wasn't about to let them see Spring's records, which I must keep secret if I was to blackmail old Morrison. But they swallowed my excuse reluctantly. Although there was one junior congressman who seemed to have doubts about me. Tall, ugly cove with a face like a coffin and a twiglet eye. His name will be familiar to you. Mr. Abraham Lincoln.
Perhaps we can persuade your Admiralty to, persuade you, Mr. Comber. Meanwhile, I guess you'll be glad to testify against the crew of the Balliol College as soon as this man Spring is recovered from his wounds and can stand trial?
Oh, no. Yes, of course I would. But I'm afraid I must return to England.
Oh, I'm sure your minister in Washington will give you leave to stay a while. And I'm sure you'll want to see justice done on these criminals after all the risks you ran. It must have been quite hard fooling them into believing you were a slave trader.
Oh, you can fool some people all the time and all the people sometimes, but I agree, Mr. Lincoln. It's hard to fool all the people all the time.
Yes, sir, Mr. Comber, that is indeed so. I'll remember that.
His canny yokel style didn't fool me. He was sharp, as I discovered, when he drew me aside after dinner.
Well, you're a seafaring man, Mr. Comber. Perhaps you can explain something I read the other day, in an English novel, as a matter of fact. What does it mean to club haul a ship?
Why, let's see now. Club hauling, well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Lincoln, it's difficult to explain to a landsman, don't you know? It involves, well, quite complicated maneuvers, you see.
Yes, I thought it might, but in general terms now, what happens?
If I had you aboard, I could easily show you. Or if we had a ship model, you know.
Surely. It's of no consequence. I just have an interest in the sea. And must be indulging it at the expense of every sailor who's unlucky enough to lay alongside me, as you'd call it. There's another thing now I recall. Forgive my curiosity, but what precisely is long splicing?
I knew then that he was after me, in spite of the pleasant, almost sleepy expression in the dark eyes. I gave him back some of his own banter, while my heart began to hammer with alarm.
It's akin to splicing the main brace, Mr. Lincoln, and it's a term which everyone who is truly interested in the sea would have found out from a nautical almanac long ago.
Forgive me. Of course I wasn't really interested. Just testing a little theory of mine.
And what theory might that be?
Oh, just that you, Mr. Comber, if that is your name, may not be quite as naval as you appear. No, don't alarm yourself. It's no business of mine at all. Blame my legal training. I spent too long in courtrooms, seeking truth and seldom finding it. Maybe I'm of an unusually suspicious nature, but I confess I am downright interested when I meet an English Navy man who doesn't smother his food in salt, who doesn't automatically tap his bread to get the weevils out, and who doesn't even hesitate before jumping up like a jackrabbit when his queen's health is proposed. A moment's pause would seem more natural in a gentleman who's accustomed to drinking that particular toast sitting down. And when he doesn't know what club hauling and long splicing are, well, I could be mistaken, but I do begin to have my doubts about him.
I fail to understand you, sir. I am a British officer, and I hope a gentleman.
Oh, I don't doubt it. But even that isn't conclusive proof that you're a rascal. You see, Mr. Comber, I can't be sure, but I think you're a humbug. I'm a bit of a humbug myself, and I feel a duty to other humbugs. I wouldn't dream of passing on my suspicion. I just thought I should let you know.
That was enough for me. If he had spotted my imposture, so might others. And I daren't appear as a witness against Spring, who knew damn well I wasn't Comber, and I'd find myself in the dock with him, facing the noose for slave trading. I must escape, and thank God they made it easy for me by shipping me down to New Orleans, where the Balliol College crew were to be tried, and where I'd be able to find a ship for England. Once ashore from the Navy sloop, I simply vanished into the crowd, and went in search of a snug retreat where I could lie low. I used a method which I recommend to any young chap who finds himself adrift and penniless in a strange land. You must find a comfortable brothel with a susceptible madam and charm her into bed. Child's play in New Orleans, where every other house is a bordello. And I struck gold right away with a handsome old baggage from London, of all places.
Oh, my God. Oh, I never knew the like. Oh, you lovely big villain.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Susie. You're magnificent. Oh, I love you.
Oh, don't give us your gammon. I know what you love. Why, quit rattling. Oh, thanks ever so, dearie. Men, you're all alike.
Oh, Susie, I'm not. I swear.
I was a fool ever to let you in the door. You break me heart if I let you. I don't care. Come here, you great monster.
Sentimental, you see. But just the kind of hearty middleweight I like. And she arranged a berth for me on a Liverpool packet, and even gave me the passage money.
I'll pay it back, Susie, honestly.
No, Ducky. Don't never come back. I couldn't bear to lose you twice. Kiss a kiss and go. You darling beast, you.
It's a gift, no doubt about it.
But as I set off for the docks that night, full of beans, Nemesis was lurking in the darkness yet again.
Hold it right there, mister.
No!
Don't move.
Who are you? Oh, if you're the Navy, I can explain.
We ain't the Navy, and we ain't gonna hurt you.
You're the last man on Earth we want to hurt.
Come on.
Oh, where are you taking me? Please, no.
This way, mister.
Mr. Comber, my dear sir, come in, come in.
I found myself blinking in the light of a well-furnished library, and he was a bald-headed old cove, beaming like Pickwick.
Let me shake your hand. Welcome, welcome.
Who the blazes are you? And how do you know me name?
Oh, my dear Mr. Comber, we've been watching you from the moment you were captured on that evil ship. Yes, sir. We are an organization with eyes and ears everywhere. In the U.S. Navy, even in the government, and in houses of doubtful repute. Oh, we know all about you, sir, and we've been biding our time to talk to you. Who are we? We are the Underground Railroad.
I've heard of you. You steal slaves.
Yeah, we liberate them, sir. We pluck them from bondage and smuggle them secretly to British soil in Canada, where they're free from the lash and the chain. We work in the same noble cause as you do. And God has surely sent you to us in our hour of need.
He has? I say, how do you mean exactly, Mr.?
And my name is Crixus, borrowed from the slave who was a comrade of Spartacus. Oh, let me explain. Smuggling slaves is perilous work. Our agents are few. Many are caught, imprisoned, even killed. We are criminals according to our country's laws, but we are proud of our crimes.
Here, jolly good.
At this moment, in this very house, lies an escaped slave, George Randolph. No common slave, sir, but an educated man, a visionary, whose liberation will be a mighty blow to our enemies, for he can speak, sir. His voice will ring around the world, proclaiming freedom's cause. If...
Bravo. If, did you say?
If we can find an agent to take him secretly up the Mississippi and thence to Canada. I have no one to send with him, which is why I rejoiced when I learned that you had taken leave of the Navy authorities. For you, of all men, a dedicated and resourceful fighter against slavery, are the very man to carry George Randolph to freedom.
But, me? Good God! But, I mean, that is... Oh, sir, you do me honor, but I must return to England.
And you shall, on a ship from a Canadian port.
But, I don't know the way. Or the Mississippi, or...
My dear sir, everything is planned. You may travel all the way to free soil on a steamboat, posing as a slave dealer with a coffle of slaves, of whom George Randolph will be one. Once you reach Cincinnati...
It's out of the question, sir. My first duty is to England to report to me chiefs. I can't risk coming to grief, smuggling slaves. 'Twould be a betrayal of trust, you see. I'm truly sorry, Mr. Crixus, but I'm bound to refuse.
Oh, dear. I, too, am sorry, Mr. Comber. But, since your duty calls, I can only apologize for inconveniencing you and return you to the United States Navy.
Oh, Lord.
What's that, Mr. Comber? Are you, reconsidering, perhaps? I do hope so. Hey, let me take you to George Randolph. You bring the lamp, Jake. This way. Mind the steps.
Oh, God. In the soup again.
Oh, I couldn't fight, I couldn't run, and I daren't let the Yankee Navy get hold of me again. With Jake looming behind, what could I do but follow the blackmailing little weasel?
In part one of Flash for Freedom, Old Flashman was played by Joss Ackland, with Rhys Meredith as his younger self. Captain Spring was played by Christian Rodsker. Crixus and the narrator by Nigel Anthony. Abraham Lincoln by William Hope. Messalina by Ndidi Delfati. Fanny by Emily Wachter. Morrison by Jamie Newell. And Lieutenant Comber by Robert Hastie. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Flash for Freedom was dramatised from his own novel by George MacDonald Fraser and directed by Patrick Rayner.
As fine a record of cowardice, treachery and lechery as you'll find outside the covers of Hansard.
Thus, Harry Flashman, the notorious bully of Tom Brown's Schooldays, looking back complacently on his scandalous career in and out of uniform.
The beauty of it was that by luck, fast footwork, skulking in cover, hiding behind better men, and scrambling to glory on their hapless shoulders, I've achieved an undeservedly heroic reputation and a chestful of medals. Oh, it's an art, do you see, and I've a talent for it. And for languages, horses, and women.
A talent stretched to its limit in 1848, when in a game of pontoon with Disraeli, which ended with Flashman almost killing a fellow player, not Disraeli, he was forced to flee the country on a slave ship, owned by his father-in-law, the skinflint Morrison, and commanded by Captain John Charity Spring, M.A., homicidal pirate and late Fellow of Oriel College, Oxford. After taking aboard slaves in West Africa, their ship was captured by the American Navy and taken to New Orleans, where Flashman avoided prosecution by masquerading as Beauchamp Comber, a Royal Navy secret agent spying on the slave traders, who had died off West Africa, entrusting the evidence he had gathered to Flashman.
You'll get it to the Admiralty. You're a public school man.
Letters, accounts, enough to hang my dear father-in-law. Oh, happy day! What he'll pay to keep this quiet.
But not everyone was taken in by Flashman's masquerade. Congressman Abraham Lincoln had his suspicions.
I couldn't prove it, but I think you're a humbug, Mr. Comber. If that is your name. I don't mind. I just thought I'd let you know.
Which was enough to send Flashman fleeing in panic yet again, only to fall into the hands of the Underground Railroad, an organization dedicated to helping escaped slaves. Their leader, Mr. Crixus, had a vital task for the supposed Comber: the smuggling of a fugitive up the Mississippi to freedom in Canada.
But I don't know the way.
Mr. Comber, you are the man to carry George Randolph to freedom. He is no ordinary slave, sir, an educated man, a visionary, whose liberation will be a mighty blow against slavery. Let me take you to him.
Oh, God, in the soup again.
But what could I do? I couldn't run, and I daren't let the Yankee Navy get hold of me again.
You mind the step. I'm privileged to bring together two champions of freedom. George, this is Mr. Comber of the English Navy. He's going to take you upriver to Canada.
I didn't like the look of him above half. Tall, slim, fine dusky features, what they call a quadroon, 3/4 white, and both proud and resentful of it, with a most arrogant damn-you-me-lad expression. I guess I'd expected a typical grateful darky, but not Lord George Bloody Randolph looking down his nose as Crixus explained the plan, which was that I should take a coffle of slaves, of whom Randolph would be one, upriver by steamboat. You'd have thought he was doing us a favour.
Very well, it should do. I cannot pretend that I relish the prospect of being chained in a gang of blacks, but since it must be...
Well, it's a little thing, George.
Oh, yes, always the last little thing. And you, sir, you know the gravity of your task? It should not be hard, riding on a steamboat in rather more comfort than I shall be.
Yes, George, he knows.
I was addressing Mr. Cumber. You know the importance of this journey. Do you trust yourself to see it through, simple though it should be?
You play your part on the lower deck, I'll play mine in the saloon. George.
I think I prefer Mr. Randolph on first acquaintance.
Shall I call you that on the steamboat? People might talk.
We are not on the steamboat yet.
Yeah, George. You should rest. Early start tomorrow. Yeah, come, Mr. Comber. Indulge him, Mr. Comber. He's suffered much. Well, you saw his sensitivity, the delicacy of his nature. Oh, he's a genius, sir. Compassionate him, please.
Compassion, Mr. Crixus, is the last thing he wants from me.
And it was the last thing he was going to get. After a night brooding on the dangers ahead, and being lectured by Crixus on steamboat travel and how to look after slaves en route, I was in no mood for Mr. Randolph's airs and graces when I and my couple of slaves boarded the steamboat Sultana next morning. Mind you, the sight of him in chains looking damn sulky cheered me up, and the efficiency with which Crixus's people had arranged our departure banished my overnight fears. After all, Canada would be a safer and quicker road home for me. And if things went adrift before we got there, well, Master Randolph could shift for himself, while I took to the tall timber. He would be all right. He was a genius. The Sultana was a fine, big boat in a vulgar way, all gilt and plush and crystal chandeliers, with passengers whose manners would have disgraced a sty, big-bellied planters spitting tobacco juice on the carpet, guzzling punch, and most offensively sociable.
Why, hello there. Welcome aboard, sir. Name of Shepherdson. How do you do?
Servant, sir. My name is, Prescott. James Prescott.
Fine couple of niggers you got there, Mr. Prescott. For sale, maybe?
No, Mr. Shepherdson. Not for sale, I'm afraid.
Why, sir, your English, I do declare. Welcome, sir. You step in and meet the boys. Conductor, see this gentleman's niggers bedded down on the lower deck.
Yes, sir.
This here's Mr. Prescott, boys. A little old England. Yes, sir.
How do you do, sir? What's your pleasure, sir?
So I met the boys, and as we started upriver, they regaled me with liquor and a gargantuan dinner southern style. And afterwards I met the gals in the buxom shape of one penny, a squealing hoyden with dyed golden curls.
And ain't she the cute little cracker, though, huh? Now, y'all take good care of Mr. Prescott, Penny, you hear?
You betcha, Colonel. I'll take care of him like he's never been took care of. Won't I, honey?
Oh, which I'm bound to say she did. Overwhelming me with her southern hospitality, and I was drowsing contentedly when a waiter came to summon me to the lower deck. Wondering what the devil it was, I went down and found the conductor swearing and stamping, with Randolph looking arrogant as Caesar.
Well, what's the matter with it, damn you? Say, look at here, Mr. Prescott.
Here's this Jim Dander nigger of yours don't like the accommodation. And the victuals ain't good enough for him neither.
What's this, George? What are you about, me boy? Turning your nose up at the food.
This filth is inedible. Look at it, smell it, if you can bear the nauseating stuff.
I sniffed the bowl. It would have sickened a dog.
Capital, Stew. Eat it down heartily now, or I'll begin to fear I've been spoiling you. And what's wrong with the accommodation?
We haven't been given no straw to make beds for ourselves.
There ain't no straw, you impudent glumpus. Dang me if I ever hear the like.
Come, George, no more of this. What? Is this how you repay my kindness, by impertinence? Lie down, sir, this instant.
I'd take the starch out of that jackanapes if he was mine. He's one of these fancy house slaves. Brought up among white ladies, get to thinking they white, too. You trim him up good, Mr. Prescott, or he'll be a heap of trouble to you. Get out of my way.
Scum. He at least was not brought up among white ladies, white sows perhaps. And what kind of a guardian are you? Is it not enough that I am chained like a beast in this verminous place, fed on slops at the mercy of that gutter snipe?
You damned fool. Haven't you the sense to shut up and lie low? Do you expect me to take your side against a white man? It'd be the talk of the boat. You don't. Just forget your lofty opinion of yourself for once, or you'll never see Canada.
I need no advice from you. Your duty is to protect me, not to drink and gorge with white trash trollops.
It took my breath away. Not the insolence, but the discovery of how fast news traveled among slaves.
What's the matter, Sambo? Jealous?
I have no words to express my contempt of you or the slatterns you associate with. But you'll not endanger my freedoms, you hear, by neglecting your duty with your beastliness. Your task is to see me to Canada. That is all that matters.
I'll tell you what matters. That is to keep your aping airs to yourself, and if you haven't the brain to see that playing the fool is the surest way of getting us caught, by gad, I'll follow that conductor's advice and trim you up with a rawhide.
How dare you, you villain! Someday, you'll pay for that.
Perhaps. But you'll never be able to pay for this trip, will you, George?
What beats me looking back is the stupidity of his ingratitude. The railroad and I were sweating to save his black hide, but would he thank us, or even help by abating his pride? Not he. Serve the brute right if I sold him. He'd fetch a good price. No, better not. Things were risky enough as it was. And when we reached Natchez next day, they became a damn sight riskier.
Clear the gangway there!
Why, there's my old friend Peter Omahoodro. Hello there, Petey boy. How are your symptoms, Sagacious?
Yeah, just fine, Tom. Come on, wench. Step lively, you.
Well, I swan. And who is this beauteous, dusky damosel you got all chained up here? Black but comely. She is pride.
She is Cassiopeia. Runaway, taking her back to her master upriver. Here's the key to her fetters, conductor. Go with them, Cassie. Go on, you slut.
Oh! Keep your vile hands off me. I'm your prisoner, not your slave.
Oh, hoity-toity yellow gal.
Sure
Who she thinks she is, Cleopatra?
Indeed, she might have been an Egyptian queen, with that proud, splendid head you see on ancient carvings, the delicate curved nose, heavy lips, almond-shaped devil's eyes, and a face the color of honey. She was tall, graceful, and sinuous as a Siamese cat, and carried her fetters like jewelry. Omohundro was a big brute with a scarred face and heavy whiskers. I thought nothing of him until I went to visit my coffle on the slave deck that evening and found Randolph near to hysterics.
That fool Crixus, he should have foreseen this. My God, we're done for.
Keep your voice down. What's the matter?
That man who came aboard at Natchez, Omohundro, he knows me. He was a slave catcher who took me after my first escape. If he sees me, I shall be dragged back to hell, chained and flogged. What are you gonna do, idiot?
Nothing, and neither are you. He hasn't seen you.
But if he does...
There's no earthly reason why he should. He won't come down here. Just lie low, can't you, and don't attract attention with your vaporings. There's not a chance in a million of us seeing you.
You must do something. Oh, God, someone's coming.
Get down and shut up.
He shrank away, and my hair stood on end as I recognized the approaching voices, Shepherdson and Omohundro.
Yeah, like I say, I'm a catcher, not a pile. But if there's any prime stock, I'll take a look at it.
Oh, well, this English fellow Prescott got some likely bucks. Says he ain't selling, but he's a real juggins. Gonna know how to handle niggers, know-how.
Thank God the deck was dark, for I thought it safest to keep out of sight behind the cargo bales as the two of them moved among the slaves, appraising them by the light of Shepherdson's lamp. If only that fool Randolph kept quiet. And suddenly, I realized I was not alone in my hiding place.
Keep still. Cry out when you're dead.
Oh, who are you? My God, you're the runaway girl, Cassie. Who's that lying there? Oh, Lord, it's the conductor.
It was the conductor. He had a key to my chains, so I choked him with them. Free at last. Why you hiding? You're white. Who are those men?
Shh, hold your tongue.
No, sir, I don't see nothing here. I reckon I'm gonna turn in.
Y'all ain't seen the English feller's coffin. Where they at now? Highfalutin smart-ass buck. Answers back sassy and be damned. You gotta see him. George? You black varmint? Step out when it calls you, boy.
Oh, it was like watching a play, and a bloody tragedy at that.
You don't look so damn sassy. What's the matter, boy? You seen a ghost? No, wait, though. I've seen you before. My God! You're George Randolph! He's a runaway! Lay a hold of him!
God, save me!
Get a hold
He
of
leapt at Omohundro like a tiger, carrying him to the deck, springing up to smash a fist in Shepherdson's face, tripping on his chains as he made for the rail.
Damn you!
Help! Help me, Prescott! Fight them out!
Such an appeal addressed to Flashy meets a ready response. I took refuge behind the girl Cassie as Omohundro came lunging over the bales, grabbing at Randolph, who scrambled onto the rail.
Shoot, Shepardson! He's going over the side! Get him! You got him, Tom! He's in the river! He's gone, shot or drowned. That'll make no difference. I'll be...
Hey, who's that creeping there? Damn my skin, Prescott! Oh! What are you about, sir?
That nigger of yours was a runaway. Consarn, what's it mean?
I dare say, given a moment to reflect, I'd have thought of something. But having seen Randolph dive to a watery grave, and with those two roaring bloody murder, I was at a loss for words.
Come on, you fool! Into the river!
Stop, Cassie, and you slave-stealing son of a bitch! Go on, get him! Did you hit him? Go on, catch that little nigger! Come back, card!
This way! Follow me!
Fortunately, the waters of the Mississippi River are pleasantly warm, even in the winter months.
Whistle all you like. You won't catch us. That slave they shot. Were you stealing him?
Taking him. Canada.
Even worse. They'll hang you for sure. If they catch you.
And if they catch you?
Oh, first the whipping house. Second, the bed of the greasy swine I ran away from. Third, a brothel when he's tired of me. So, I shall not be caught.
Gad, where will you run to?
Run? In this vile country, this land of the free where I'm no better than the beast in the sty? No, I'll not run. I ride north in elegant style in a steamboat stateroom with silk sheets and chocolate sauce and Negro waiters calling me madam. All the way to free soil in Pennsylvania. Then on to Canada. Care to join me?
Oh, charmed. But I must warn you that I have, let's see, exactly $4.08. Hardly enough, I fancy, for a stateroom. How do you propose we should raise the rest?
One day's journey upriver is the town of Memphis. It has a slave market. There, you will sell me to the highest bidder. And brother, I do mean high. Take a look at me. Front and rear. Uh-huh, yes, sir. The price you'll get for me, never mind a stateroom, you'll be able to buy a goddamn boat. Oh, yeah.
Not only beauty began, but brains. Her plan was that some randy idiot would buy her and keep her in the slave pens overnight. She would break out and join me at some prearranged rendezvous. Meanwhile, I'd have collected the dollars, booked steamship passages all the way to Pittsburgh, and bought her a fashionable clobber so that she could pass as my wife, heavily veiled, when we went aboard. And this, of course, I caught a different boat by myself with all the dollars and left her to fend for herself.
I should warn you that if I don't get out of Memphis, I'll give myself up, tell him you're a slave stealer and that you killed the conductor on the Sultana. You wouldn't get very far, Mr. What is your name anyway?
Flash. Brown. But, my dear girl, I'd not dream of deserting you. Good Lord, what an idea.
Fine. I'm just telling you what'll happen if you do, Mr. Flasher Brown. Anyway, your name is Howard now. Fitzroy Howard of Texas. That's the name of my first bill of sale, which I've kept sealed and safe since I was 14. For just such a chance as this. You will need it for the auctioneer. Oh, my God. Swear that you won't forsake me. I couldn't bear it again. Promise. Promise.
Gad, she was a queer case. 1 minute cold steel, killing a man. The next raging against slavery and dreaming of escape. Then plotting it and threatening me. And now, all of a sudden, kissing my hand, damn it, and imploring me with the wistful eyes of a child.
God bless you. Oh, God bless you.
Oh, by George, she was a lovely piece. Oh, wasn't the time or the place. Best wait till we were in that stateroom. Meanwhile, on to Memphis.
Oh, say, have you seen the plantation boss with his high-tailed woman and his big black horse? Old Johnny come down to high-low, a poor old man. So wake her and shake her. Oh, wake that girl with the pretty dress on.
Take your seats, gentlemen. Sail's about to commence. Now, who's this? Miss Fitzroy Howard, entry wench, Cassie for... Ooh, how you got one choice, musty wench here, sir. Fancy bread and meat to measure, yes, sir. Now then, folks, stand back. Give me some sewing room. All right.
If I don't come tonight, wait, I'll come at last.
A slave auction's just like a cattle sale. A great shed with the wealthy buyers seated at ease in front, the loafers and riffraff behind, gossiping, spitting, and hawing. The slaves mounting the block in turn.
Here, this old wench of Bradley's that died last week. He died, not her. She's a right fine cook. Well, you just have to see the size of Bradley's belt to tell that. Who's saying 200?
200.
I got 200 free.
Yes, sir.
If I don't come tomorrow, I'll be dead. But until then, you'll wait. You swear. Remember, you promised.
Sold! Wench Cassie!
Oh, God, be with me. Oh, well, I'll be.
Yes, sir, gentlemen! Restrain yourselves, gentlemen. This here is a lady's maid. Could be a governess. Can play piano and paint.
Governor!
He'll start at 500.
Shut her down! Get him, Nicky! Hold on! I'll give her 1,000!
17! 2,000!
Go, gal, let's see you! Come on, baby!
Let your hair down, wench.
That wasn't what they wanted, and she knew it. She waved the auctioneer aside, slipped out of her dress, and stood there, bare as a babe, a pale golden statue. Oh, by God, I was proud of her. She put her hand on her hip,
2,500!
put her hands behind her head,
3,000!
turned and shook her rump,
$4,000!
Oh, you want it, John? Shake it, little darling! Hallelujah, baby!
Sold for $5,000 to Miss Bisbee! And may he be given a decent burial. Oh, I wish I'd have wished like that still every day. Here, sir. 5,000 less 5-cent commission.
No money now.
She gave me one blazing look as they hustled her off to the pens, and called me a sentimental fool, but after I'd bought myself some decent duds and a revolver and booked our passages to Pittsburgh, I went to the finest modiste in town and lavished a small fortune on gowns and frills and fripperies for her. I do like my women to have the finest clothes to take off. And then the weary hours of waiting at the rooming house were chosen for our rendezvous. Growing more anxious as the light faded, and I whiled away the anxious time sewing Charity Springs' incriminating papers into the waistband of my new pants. 7 o'clock. 8. God, what had happened to her? And then, at the window...
In with you. What happened?
They saw me slipping out of the bed. They'll be after me with dogs. I can't run any longer.
You don't have to. Dogs will never follow a scent on a night like this. Sit and rest. Get your breath back. Get out of that dress. Dry yourself and put on these clothes. When Mr. and Mrs. Montague, that's us, board the boat for Cincinnati, they'll go nice and sedate without hurry.
I can't. I'm done. I just want to lie down and die.
You can die in comfort on the boat. Now sit still and let me dry you off and dress you.
Somehow I got her dressed and carefully veiled, and a trap rowed us down to the levee through the pouring rain. There wasn't a smell of pursuit, thank God. I had to support her up the gangway.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Montague, stateroom 5, sir. Oh, madam is tired. Never mind. Soon be rested up. Boy, conduct, sir, madam. This way.
Here. Oh, thank you kindly, sir.
Free. I can't believe it. But we're here. Oh, God bless you. But for you, I'd be back yonder.
Well, you ain't. So cheer up. And have some champagne. That's the stuff for a rainy night, what?
You kept your word. No white man ever did that for me.
Oh, you met the wrong sort, that's all. Drink up.
Strange that you should be an Englishman. When I was little on the plantation, there was a picture in a book of a ship with a Union Jack. And an old slave used to say, "That the flag of liberty, children. That the old flag." Is it true that whoever stands on British soil shall be forever free?
Oh, absolutely. We're the chaps, all right. More champagne. That's a girl.
Oh, my lord. Get 'em drunk and grateful together, and they're yours until 4 in the morning. Oh, she said later she'd never made love willingly before. And I dare say when you're used to being mauled by greasy Dixie planters, a fine, true blue flashy is a welcome novelty. At all events, Mr. and Mrs. Montague didn't stir out for days. What with dallying and whining and dining.
If this is how the rich live, I am gonna be rich. What use is freedom to the poor?
My, here's a change. You'll have to find a rich man.
I need no man. You're the last I'll be indebted to. I should hate you for that, but I don't. Not just because you helped me. You were kind also.
Poor little simple black girl, mistaking absence of cruelty for kindness. What a strange cheat.
Not as strange as a man who buys a dress as fine as this for a runaway slave girl.
I think I'll just have to take it back off you.
So we played away the golden hours day after day as the boat took us north towards freedom. Cassie keeping to our stateroom, for while she was a musty 7/8 white, the pale, dusky complexion marked her as colored, a slave and a runaway. That was her great fear.
Why do we have to go all the way to Pittsburgh? It's more than 1,000 miles from Memphis. And once we're past the Cairo Fork and running up the Ohio River, we could save days by landing in the Free States on the North Bank.
No, the South Bank is slave territory, Kentucky and Virginia. And the slave catchers come across the river with their guns and dogs and drag back runaways every day.
They can take you off free soil.
Yes, it's the law. That's why we mustn't get off before Pittsburgh, where we're beyond the slave catchers' reach. We didn't risk landing before then.
But we had to. The weather was growing colder by the day, and once on the Ohio, there were great cakes of ice, dirty brown and green, swirling in the current, and the wind was like a knife. Snow was falling in the afternoon. We anchored near the Kentucky shore, opposite Portsmouth, Ohio.
Never seen the ice so bad this time of year.
Can we go on even?
Here's the captain now.
I'm sorry, folks. We ain't about to see Pittsburgh this trip. Indeed, I can't even put into Portsmouth with this ice and all. I can land you on the Kentucky side right here, and fair take you across in the morning. Now, it's either that or back to Cincinnati, and I'm sorry.
Intolerable, sir. I am Congressman Smith, and I demand to be set down in Portsmouth.
Well, I'm sorry, Congressman, but we just can't make the high shore. It's Kentucky or Cincinnati.
Infamous! I must be in Portsmouth tonight. Support my congressional colleague, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, who will be speaking on the slave question.
Lincoln, good Lord.
The slave question? Abolition? So you may land in Kentucky for me, and I hope they welcome you warmly.
Well, Cincinnati, what? Pity, but you don't want to land in a slave state, and I'd rather not risk running into Mr. Lincoln again.
No! It's 2 days back to Cincinnati. By that time, word of my escape will have reached the slave catchers, and they'll be on the watch for us. We'll just have to risk landing in Kentucky, get the morning ferry to Portsmouth, and catch a train north.
Well, if you're sure.
That's just the way it is. All ashore, it's going ashore. What? Just the two of you? Step carefully, ma'am. That snow is slippery. Y'all take care now. Ho! In gangway! Cast off! Stand clear now.
Oh, let us go back. I never thought to stand on this cursed soil again.
Too late.
And standing on that bleak shore in the grey fading light of late afternoon, with the steamboat thrashing through the grinding ice floes as she turned downstream, I felt a chill that had nothing to do with the biting wind or the snow flurries, through which we could just see the lights of Portsmouth a few hundred yards across the river. So near to safety, yet so far. On our side there wasn't a soul to be seen, only a mean-looking little tavern up the bank from the jetty.
I was wrong. We should never have landed. I can feel the evil hanging over us.
Well, we can't stand here all day. Come on. God help us, what a hovel. No wonder it's empty. I say, have you a room we can sleep in until the ferry comes?
Ain't got no room, and there ain't gonna be no ferry in this weather. River'll freeze overnight, though. You can walk across. You can sit in a corner yonder meantime.
Thank you. We'd like some coffee. Some food, perhaps. Oh, well, at least there's a fire.
We should have stayed aboard. I can feel a dark shadow coming closer.
What bloody shadow? We're snug enough within spitting distance of Ohio. What's to stop us now? What the devil's that?
Bloodhounds! Slave catchers! Oh, God, help us.
Shut up, Jerry! Nigger gone to ground in Mason's bottom. Well, he can freeze his ass off and the dogs will get him in the morning. Chain him good, Tom. Whiskey, Joe!
Coming up, Buck.
It's too bad about the ferry. Had a notion to go over to the abolitionist meeting tonight.
Since when you go to the abolitionist meetings, Buck?
Since I heard that son bitch Mr. Abraham goddamn Lincoln going to be speaking. If he could take me a rail and a bag of feathers, muster up some hot tar, and ride the beggar out of town.
Take me away.
Do it, you will.
Take me away. I can bear to be living. Please, let us go.
Slowly, then. Take my arm.
Where you going, mister? No ferry tonight. You best be staying here.
Ah, thank you. We must go. Come, my dear.
Hold on, mister.
Pardon my asking, but would your companion be a white lady?
What's that to you?
Ha ha! I thought she moved like a nigger gal. Mighty graceful. When I sees a nigger dressed like a lady, her veiled real close, and she's a shaking like she got the ague, I gets real curious.
Stand, or I'll blow your guts to Ohio! You get the next one in the belly, now down on the floor!
Now, put up that gun, mister. You got nowhere to run, you and that yaller slut. She's a runaway for sure.
Lie down, damn you! Cassie, can you use a gun? Take this, then, and if one of them moves, shoot the swine! Good girl, I'll be back in an instant.
What is it? Where?
Don't ask questions, trust me.
And I was off like a stunned whippet. With luck, I'd be deep in cover before they overpowered her. Unfortunately, I'd forgotten the dogs. She came out at a blind run, making for the thickets by the river, and I was after her for all I was worth, leaving the seat of my pants in the jaws of that damn bloodhound.
Get those dogs unchained! Don't let them down! Come on, damn you!
Wait for me, woman!
She was racing ahead of me into the gathering dusk, bursting through the thicket and along the riverbank. But there was nowhere to hide. The dogs were bound to outstrip us, and then to my horror, she leapt down the bank to the water.
No, not onto the ice. We'll drown, you mad wench!
She never heeded, leaping to the nearest floes it swirled past, slipping and falling, scrambling over the hummocks and jumping to the next, and I looked back, and there they were, men and dogs tearing in pursuit, and I took a desperate leap to a mass of ice rushing by, came down with a sickening crash, saw Cassie steady herself, leaped to another floe, and fairly hurled myself after her. We went staggering and stumbling on, cutting our hands and knees to shreds, leaping from one great rough cake to another as they bucketed past in the current, Cassie flitting ahead of me. Hair flying like a witch's, her dress torn to sodden rags, and then I fell full tilt into the freezing river.
I'm drowning! Help!
Can't hold! Come on!
I can't! They shot me in the bum!
Up! Come on! We're almost there!
Somehow I scrambled up, and now she was dragging me over the ice, and my buttock was agony, and I had a vision of a tombstone. Here lies Harry Flashman, late 11th Hussars, shot in the arse while crossing the Ohio River. And she was pulling me on, floundering into the shallows of the Ohio shore, and we dragged ourselves up the muddy slope and lay gasping.
Free soil! Free soil!
Come along, folks. Roll up and hear Mr. Lincoln.
Lincoln will help us. Help me! Help!
Hey, look at these two. He's a-bleeding. Snakes alive, man. Who are you? What in tarnation?
Behind us! Slave catchers!
Huh?
Oh, help
What,
us!
slave catchers coming over the river? Oh, my stars.
Get me to Lincoln, for God's sake. Where is he?
Mr. Abe Lincoln? Why, he's up to Judge Payne's house, ain't he?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Harry, lend a hand with a gal. Up you come, Mr.
Slave catchers coming!
Is she a negress?
They'll take her for sure!
What, damn their impotence!
Hurry, no time to lose. Is the judge to home, ma'am?
Why, surely. Oh!
Lincoln, where is he?
What? Who's this scarecrow? How dare you, sir? Land sakes, he's bleeding.
I've a bullet in me buttock. Oh, where's Lincoln? Oh!
Here I am. What do you want with me?
You remember me, Flashman? No. I mean Howard. No, Prescott. Montague. Oh, hell. Comber, that's it.
Comber? The English officer? How in the world?
This girl, escaped slave. I rescued her. Slave catchers. Don't let them take her. Save her.
Why, the poor creature.
Who is she? Shut the door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, more scarecrows.
That's a runaway slave, mister. And I'm Buck Robinson, wanted slave catcher. That thieving skunk there, He stole her. And I'm taking them both back where they belong.
Oh, this is intolerable, sir. By what right do you intrude
I'm
here?
sorry for intruding, mister. But I'm legally entitled. She's a runaway. And harboring her is a crime.
So is forcing an armed entry.
I ain't forcing nothing. You put him out, or I'm coming in.
Please, don't let him... Stand back, you bully. You don't touch a hair of this poor child's head in this house. Nathan, prevent him.
But, my dear, he has the
Damn
law.
right, missus. You best tend to what your old man tells you. Step aside, you.
One moment, Buck. As to the law, I know a little myself. And if you've a claim on these people, I suggest you pursue it in a court and don't prejudice your case by violence or by dirtying this good lady's carpet. Good night, sir.
Oh, yeah. You're a mighty fancy goddamn legal beanpole, ain't you? Well, there ain't a court worth a lick in hell to me. I'm here. Them goddamn runaways is here, and I'm a-taking them.
By brute force, that's your style, huh, Buck?
Oh, you bet it is, Mr. Smart. And I guess I'll answer afterwards for any inconvenience caused. Now, step aside.
I see. Well, since you won't talk in my terms, I'll just have to talk in yours.
Get out of my way. I'm warning you.
I'm warning you, Buck. I know you. You're a hard-baked Kentucky boy, weaned on snake juice and grizzly hide. You've killed more men than the dysentery your grandma can lick any man in Tennessee, and if any legal beanpole in a store suit gets in your way, you'll cut 'em right down to size, won't you, just? As long as you got your gang at your back. For the benefit of any shirt-tail chaw-bacon with a big mouth, I'm a Hoosier boy from Indiana, and I put down better men than you just by spitting teeth at 'em. If you doubt it, you come ahead. You want these two? You're going to take 'em? All right, Buck, you try it. Just try it.
The world decided that Lincoln was a great orator after his Gettysburg Address. I realized it much earlier, when he faced down Buck and his gang of gun-carrying ruffians. I'll never forget the tall, lanky figure in the coat that didn't quite fit, his big hands motionless at his sides. God knows how he had the nerve, yet when I remember the force of the man and that hard, rasping drawl, I wonder that Buck stood his ground as long as he did. In the end, he behaved exactly as I would have done.
I'll be back. Don't you doubt it, mister. And I'll have the law with me. Come on.
Yeah, the Romans made a great study of rhetoric, but I wonder if they ever envisaged Buck Robinson. Likely, big fellow. I'd sooner Cicero squared up to him behind the barn than me. Yes, sir. Judge, this young woman had best be on the northbound train within the hour, and you and I, Mr. Comber, will have a little talk.
I've been wounded several times, all of them damn sore. But a ball in the bum is the worst. A ham-fisted sawbones dug it out, and my recovery wasn't helped by Mr. Lincoln's arrival at my bed of pain.
I part company from a respectable British officer, and when next we meet, he's running escaped slaves. He's a criminal, and I, a congressman and pillar of the state. It's in my election literature, and the people believed it, so it must be true. I, moved by pity for that poor girl, aided and abetted his crime. I must have been mad. Not that I regret it. Fact is, I quite enjoyed it there for a moment. At least, now that it's over, I think I did. No, I don't think I regret it, but I think I deserve an explanation.
There wasn't time to think of a good lie, so I told him the truth, leaving out the spicy bits, from my meeting with Crixus, the Underground Railroad, Randolph on the steamboat, my escape with Cassie, the slave market, and our flight north.
But all my efforts on her behalf, in the cause dear to my heart, all the hardships, my scratch, rather, would have been in vain if you had not championed us, a heroic Christian act, a sublime...
Yes, I was there. Well, quite a story. Nothing else? You didn't fly in a balloon or meet pirates and alligators?
You don't believe me?
Mostly, yes. And the girl Cassie bears you out. So do the newspaper reports of George Randolph's escape from the steamboat.
He escaped?
It turned up in Vermont, is now in Canada. No, it's what you haven't told me that I find intriguing. Sure you haven't anything to add?
I can think of nothing.
I doubt that, I really do. You've never seen a day when you couldn't think of something. I look at your bluff British figurehead, frank, well-spoken, fine whiskers. Yes, you're a rascal, all right. But I can't prove it. Trouble with people like you, and me, I guess, is that we're never found out. Bad for our characters. But I'm a lawyer, not a judge, and it's enough for me that you brought that girl to freedom, for whatever reason, and she'll never wear chains again. I owe you for that, and for Randolph, too, I guess. And you can complete your tally of good deeds by going down to New Orleans and testifying against Charity Spring and his gang of slavers.
Eh? Oh, law. But there must be enough evidence against them without me, surely.
A little more won't hurt. After all, that's why you sailed with them. Risked your life to bring them to book, to strike another blow in the cause dear to your heart. Remember?
Mr. Lincoln, normally I'd be delighted to oblige you.
Capital, because that's what you're going to do. A U.S. Marshal will escort you so you won't run the risk of going astray again. So, good luck, Mr. Comber, or whatever your name is. And thank you again for what you did for that girl.
Oh, don't thank me, sir. Anything one can do to liberate a soul from bondage. Strike a blow for freedom.
Keep it for the recording angel. I have a feeling you're going to need it.
Damnation!
Goodbye, Mr. Lincoln. Cassiopeia is much restored, Mr. Comber, and is now going to the Pittsburgh train. She wishes to thank you. Do you not, my child?
Oh, surely do, Miss Payne. Ever so grateful to Massa.
Then you may kiss your deliverer's hand, child. Oh, his hand, I said. Desist at once.
Goodbye, Massa Montague.
Such liberties. Oh, these simple creatures. Come along, you forward girl.
That was the last I ever saw of beautiful Cassie, or of the thousands of dollars we'd made in Memphis. Can't remember how she came to be carrying it. Well, it had been paid for her. That blasted Lincoln was as good as his word, and I was escorted by a U.S. Marshal, stitched backside and all, to Baltimore by rail and New Orleans by sea. There I was delivered to a pompous ass of an attorney named Clitheroe, who explained the niceties of slave ship prosecutions.
And the fact is, sir, that this man Spring cannot even be charged, let alone tried, until a court of adjudication has found his ship to be a slaver. Unfortunately, the U.S. Navy vessel which captured him is now at sea, and the only witnesses that the Balliol College was indeed carrying slaves are the 2 young Negro girls who were aboard, and yourself, sir. They will be called first.
That was a mighty relief. The Yellow Tart's evidence would settle Spring's hash without my having to testify. But I was bound to go to the hearing, so I toured along with a light heart, if not a clear conscience.
Hear ye, hear ye! All those concerned in the case of the ship Balliol College, draw near and give your attendance.
Mr. Comber? Good day, sir. My name is Anderson, appearing for the defense. May I trouble you to step in here a moment? Thank you kindly, sir.
Ah! Oh, my God! Captain Spring!
Call yourself Comber nowadays, do you? You forsworn rat.
Oh, Lord. Your wound. You've recovered. Oh, that's capital. Oh, God. And how is Mrs. Spring?
Shut your trap. Ready to testify against me, are you? Rectus in curia, upright in court, you treacherous weasel. Breathe one word, my bucko, and the court will learn all about Flashman, supercargo of a slave ship. And you'll stand on the same gibbet as the rest of us, Jay.
Not a word, I swear, honestly. But that don't matter, Captain. It's those yellow sluts who...
Out of my way, vermin.
Oh, I hate this bloody country.
Hold on. United States Navy versus John Charity Spring, Master of the Bark, Bullock College, and others his crew. Court adjudication now in session. Now, hold your noise, damn it.
Your Honor, this case is simple. We shall show that the defendant's vessel carried slaves in breach of American law. 2 witnesses will suffice. Slave women taken aboard the Balliol College by the United States brig Albatross off Cuba, called Drusilla and Messalina. With the court's indulgence, I shall examine them together. Messalina, you'll answer for both. Now, you were in a place called Roatan some weeks ago. What were you doing there?
Please, sir, we was hoes in a whole house.
I see, a house of ill fame. Then you were taken on a ship. Do you see here any of the men who were on that ship?
Not me, honey, I was home.
Silence.
That nasty one with the beard.
Witness identifies Captain Spring. Any others?
That one with nice whiskers. He was awful kind to us.
I bet he was.
Silence.
And where were you being taken?
To Havana, everyone say, and then to New Orleans.
Where exactly in New Orleans?
Miss Rivers' whole house, everyone reckon.
You were slaves to be sold into shame and degradation at Mrs. Rivers' den of vice. But, by the mercy of Providence, the ship was captured and you were set free. And I do not doubt you are enjoying your newfound liberty in New Orleans.
Oh, yes, us, we's free. And we's fine at Miss Rivers' whole house.
If I may intervene, Your Honor. Messalina and Drusilla, where were you born, my dears?
I was born in Baton Rouge and Juicy in New Orleans.
Both American-born slaves. May I remind the court of the enactment of 1820, which defines illegal slave trading as the transportation for enslavement of any colored person who is not already a slave under American law. Which means that in carrying these gals, American-born slaves, Captain Spring was not slave trading, any more than a man is slave trading when he carries a slave across the Mississippi River. I move for dismissal and release of Captain Spring and his vessel.
You tell me? Well, this is monstrous. A loophole in the law. Oh, very well, sir. Very well, sir. I'll give you evidence you can't twist. Call Lieutenant Comber, Royal Navy.
Oh, goddamn fire!
You are a British agent employed against the slave trade, and you were aboard the Balliol College when she shipped a cargo of slaves in West Africa?
The fact is...
Perhaps I can assist the witness. Mr. Comber, what nationality were those African slaves?
I've no idea.
So, for all you know, they may have been American-born.
You give him hell, Anderson.
American-born? In the African jungle? Mr. Comber, in Washington, you told the authorities that the Balliol College was engaged in illegal slave trading. Do you stand by that testimony, sir?
What? Well, no,
Take your time, Mr. Comber. Think carefully, sir.
10 minutes ago, Mr. Clitheroe, I'd have stood by that testimony absolutely. But now, having heard of this 1820 enactment about American-born slaves, well, I ain't sure whether 'twas legal to carry those African fellows or not, you see?
Rule Britannia!
God save the Queen!
There we have it, Mr. Adjudicator. I demand the release of the Balliol College.
Yeah! I protest! This is a travesty of justice. We are being railroaded. Mr. Comber, you will answer for this treachery. Why, it's damn near perjury. You will be examined, sir. You will be investigated.
Order, damn it, order. Now, see here, Clitheroe. You got anything to say to the point? Instead of bawling at the witness? Now, you got a motion. Let's hear it. No? Here's the order of this court that Captain Spring is free to depart and take his ease. Clearance granted for the Balliol College to quit the port of New Orleans forthwith. Now, court's adjourned.
I thank the court. I shall weigh anchor today.
And suddenly I was alone. There was a rush to Spring's table, and they were clapping him on the back and pumping Anderson's hand, while Clitheroe was being badgered by furious Navy officers. And the two little yellow strumpets were giggling and ogling and tripping away with a white female dragon, Mrs. Rivers, no doubt, and no one was looking at me, so I must clear out at high speed, before Clitheroe and the U.S. Navy and God knows who else got their hooks into me and found out about my underground railroading and slave stealing and... Oh, God. Oh, they'd pinned the murder of that steamship conductor on me, and Lincoln wouldn't be able to help, not down in Dixie, but where could I run to or hide? And then it struck me, a dazzling, terrifying means of escape. And I took refuge in an alley, waiting with my heart in my mouth until I saw what I was looking for, and ran after the figure striding ahead of me.
Captain Spring. Captain, it's me.
The devil. You?
Captain, in God's name, help me. Give me passage out on the college, for pity's sake. I've got to get away.
What? Take you? Why the devil should I?
Please, Captain. Look, I played up today, didn't I? I could have sworn you to Kingdom Come, but I didn't. I got you off.
You got me off. You saved your own dirty little neck, you damn Judas, and you come crawling to me.
I'll buy me passage. I ain't just begging. I've got something you want.
And what would that be?
Your papers and accounts of the Comber filched from your cabin. I've got them.
Where are they?
Somewhere safe. I'll tell you where when we reach Liverpool. If the U.S. Navy get me, they'll get the papers too. But if you take me home, you'll have them.
And welcome. I knew what was in them and could still use it to squeeze old Morrison. I hoped.
Please, Captain. I promise, on my honor.
Your honor? What shreds of loyalty have you got, you perjured offal?
Plenty. To myself. Just as you have, Captain Spring.
Well, you've picked up some Yankee sauce over here, I believe. Perhaps you're right. Horace reminds me, why should I sneer at you? Mutato nomine do te figuro narratur. Change the name, and the story is told of yourself. Very well, I'll take you. But play me false, and by God, I'll drop you overside with a bag of coal on your feet if we're within a mile of the Mersey.
You have my word.
No. I have your carcass. Step lively, Mr. Flashman.
And there, for the moment, we must leave Harry Flashman, reunited with his old commander, believing himself homeward bound at last, and all unaware that his detested father-in-law, the miserly Morrison, is no longer a subject for blackmail, having died, most inconsiderately, in Flashman's absence. And it will be many long months before our hero sees his native shore again. But how he and Captain Spring journeyed together, and Flashman went westward with the 49ers, fled from Indians on the Santa Fe Trail, and acquired another couple of wives, one of them an Apache princess, before winning back to England home and beauty in the shape of his beloved Elspeth, all that is a story for another day. In the second and final part of Flash for Freedom, Old Flashman was played by Joss Ackland, with Rhys Meredith as his younger self. Cassie was played by Ndidi Delfati. George Randolph by Damien Lynch. Crixus and the narrator by Nigel Anthony. Captain Spring by Christian Rodska. Abraham Lincoln by William Hope. Buck, the slave catcher, by Stuart Milligan. Lieutenant Comber by Robert Hastie, and Mrs. Payne by Emily Wachter. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Flash for Freedom was dramatised from his own novel by George MacDonald Fraser, and directed by Patrick Rayner.